All right, everybody. Looks like we are live. Welcome back to the stream. Day 65. Today, I'm going to be talking about marketing and essentially the strategy that we're going to begin implementing to market ViewCreator as soon as next week. And if you guys saw my stream from yesterday, or if you missed it, I just want to fill you in on essentially what we did. So what we did is we want to build an internal UGC system. And just for those of you that are wondering, UGC stands for User Generated Content. And user generated content is very important because essentially it gets people creating content and posting content about your product or brand from different, accounts. And what we're going to do is we are going to pursue UGC, but we're also going to pursue internal UGC, because I think to be able to understand this and to be able to have more control over the marketing that ViewCreator does and that BridgeMind does and any other companies that we start do, is that we need to have essentially branches of our marketing system. So I want to show this to you guys. So yesterday I actually have a trial for 30 days for Hootsuite. And you may or may not be familiar with Hootsuite, so I'll just kind of tell you what it is. So Hootsuite, let me just go over to create and I'll show you how this works. So I can go and click post, right? And when you post on Hootsuite, you can schedule posts, but what's cool is that you can connect a bunch of different social media accounts to Hootsuite. So give me 1 second, I'm gonna get the stream started on my end. XLI, what's up? The studio, how's it going? Welcome back, guys, good to see you. But yeah, let me do a couple things on my end. But so Hootsuite will allow you to connect all these different accounts in one place so that you can create content and then be able to post it and schedule it from the platform, right? So this is something that ultimately we are going to integrate into ViewCreator, because hey, what we need is we need to be able to, schedule posts and do all that from ViewCreator. So we are going to be working on that a little bit today. As you guys know, we're working on integrating the YouTube API, which is one of the easier ones, but we're also going to integrate the X API, the TikTok API, and the Instagram API, or the Meta API, so that we can make it so that users can actually post to these different platforms. But if you guys watched the second stream, I did 2 streams yesterday. One of them was associated with just normal day 64 type stuff, and then the other one was associated with the actual marketing portion. So yesterday I had a 3-hour stream where I was actually setting up these accounts, because guys, it's a tedious process, because you have to create emails, and then you have to use different emails to sign up for each of these accounts. So I'll just kind of show you this here. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna drop this in the Discord. All right. All right, pull up chat here. All right, what's good? How's it going, Rob? Happy Halloween. Yeah, so Hootsuite is what's up, The Awakened? Hootsuite is a social manager, and you're able to create posts and schedule them all from one platform. So I'll just kind of talk a little bit about the pricing of Hootsuite and talk to you guys why this is, a pretty big step for us. So here's the pricing of Hootsuite. You have, so my plan, I have the advanced plan, and the advanced plan allows you to have an unlimited number of social accounts. With the normal plan, you only get I don't even know what it is. I can't see it. Maybe if I launch an incognito window here, we'll be able to see the pricing. So let's go here. So with standard, it's $200 a month, right? So standard is $200. So if you're on the monthly plan, what's up, J35? Yeah, I got the button shirt again. Zuhaib, what's up? How's it going? Yeah, XLI. Jesse, what's up? How's it going? So yeah, so you guys that watched the stream yesterday, you'll know that we were creating accounts to be able to then hook up to Hootsuite. And I don't want to overdo it. Just to get started, I just created 10 accounts yesterday, but 10 accounts is a lot, guys. So I created 2 different profiles, and we're actually going to set them up into ViewCreator today, because how brand profiles are going to work on ViewCreator is, this is why we're creating ViewCreator, right? Is because ultimately, I believe that social media, most of the content that you see on there is going to be AI, and I want ViewCreator to become a platform where people can actually do what we're doing right now, but do it on a much easier scale. Like you can use ViewCreator, and you can use ViewCreator to create content and post it from ViewCreator, like all in one platform. And right now we're starting off with tools like YouTube thumbnail generator, Instagram carousel generator, X reply generator, viral post generator, transcript generator, all these tools that give content creators, AI tools, but aren't yet on the, the next level, right? And, we're going to use that because that's how ViewCreator is going to get started. But ultimately, it's going to transition into a platform that actually comes in to compete with platforms like Hootsuite. So this is really going to be eye-opening because you can see how much people are paying for this. $250 a month and then $500 a month. And the reason is because it's very powerful. And just to kind of go over this and show you guys, like, I haven't connected all 10 accounts yet that we did yesterday. Aperium, how's it going? Yeah, Premium Tom Holland today. Yeah, J35, I'll pin it. Thank you. Thank you, J35. But what's up, Tony? How's it going? So, what we're going to be doing is, the long-term vision of ViewCreator is we actually are kind of going to be competing with Hootsuite. So I think that this is going to be really eye-opening because one thing that Hootsuite doesn't have, which is just very interesting, is that they have this Owly GPT, right? They have essentially a chat GPT built inside of their platform, and their AI tools just aren't that great. And what we're going to do is we're going to build, that agent automation, and we're going to build it end to end so that once these video models and once the image models get better, we'll be one of the first brands and one of the first companies to truly have an end-to-end solution for social media automation. And that's the long-term vision. So I think that this is going to be very eye-opening because we're going to be using more of the manual process to be able to create content because right now the underlying technology is not there. Okay, Garfield said, why don't you vibe something like Hootsuite so that you have the flexibility to do whatever you want? Yeah, so Jesse said, watching live from a bus terminal. Let's go, Jesse. Yeah, so Garfield, I think that you make a good point. It's like, hey, ultimately what we want to do is we want to be able to manage our social medias from ViewCreator, right? So we want to be able to go over the dashboard here, and we want to be able to actually schedule posts. So I want ViewCreator to be a platform where people can create content, they can create AI agentic workflows, and they can just completely automate social media. And this is the way that I believe social media is headed because once the content generators actually get to that level where it passes that threshold that we've talked about so many times on this channel, it will get to the point where, okay, like that is the way that the future is headed. Like 5 years out, you're going to need a platform that does all those things in one. So Havens, how's it going? J35 said Spider-Man lost his job because of Sora 2 and VO 3.1. Now he's vibe coding. Yeah. XLI said, I thought the reason for $500 is because the social API costs a lot, like X or Meta API. J35, yeah, Pomeli didn't work for me. I tried it, and it never worked. Yeah, X does cost a lot with their API. Thank you, J35. Yeah, if you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. So let's just get started, and I want to show you guys what I did yesterday. So if I go to create, I have now, so I have a ViewCreator.marketing account hooked up, and we're going to need to also add the ViewCreator AI account. So we can do that. I just want to get all these accounts hooked up just to knock out some marketing here to start the stream, and then we're going to get into vibe coding. But I'm starting to see that with our products, the marketing is just as important, if not more important, than the actual product itself, right? So this is going to be big because, guys, like something that I was thinking about is because this is a journey, right? We're going to really need to figure this out. And it looks like Hung's in chat, and that's awesome because Hung, I really like Hung's perspective on this. So Hung was actually one of the first people that put me onto the idea of creating an internal UGC campaign. And what internal UGC is it's internal user-generated content. So instead of outsourcing it to a bunch of other, UGC creators, what we're going to do is we're going to have at least 5 accounts. So you do 5 times 5, so 25 accounts across Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. So, and actually that ends up being 30 because the ones that we already have. So then what we'll do is we're going to use Hootsuite to be able to create content, and then we're going to post it on all these accounts, and each account is going to have kind of like its own unique brand profile. And if you guys remember, it's like that's why we have brand profiles in ViewCreator, is because for each of these campaigns that we're going to be managing, each of these accounts that is going to have its own unique, they're all going to be ViewCreator related, but they're all going to have their own unique identity. So we're going to need to create brand profiles inside of ViewCreator, and we're going to market ViewCreator using this internal UGC system, and then we're also going to open it up to the actual UGC system here, as you guys know, on November 11th. And I think that that is going to balance it because, guys, you need to learn in the process, like with whatever you guys are doing, and when you're trying to figure things out, just doing them and learning is sometimes just like the most valuable thing that you can do, right? So even if this fails, even if it doesn't work out with this particular marketing strategy, at least we did it, and at least we will have learned from it. So, we're going to do that. We're going to pursue this. So I need to connect all those accounts. Right now I have 10 of them created, and let's just connect some more. So I'm going to go over to TikTok, and I'm going to do some of this on my other monitor as well. But there's a lot of stuff that we can be doing. Like one of them is, we need to be interacting. Okay, hold on. It looks like all right, hold on. That's TikTok. All right. TikTok, give me a hard time. All right. Abdul, how's it going? Okay, so I'm going to connect to TikTok here. And you guys are not going to be able to see this. But, the future and where it's headed, in my opinion, is that social media will, for the most part, be completely automated, right? Alex said, how do you make money from the app you're building? Subscriptions. Yeah, so SaaS is essentially subscriptions. So with Hootsuite, you just choose, hey, add an account to Hootsuite, and you just create, whatever you want. Yeah, I think that was TikTok that you guys heard the sounds on. So we're going to do the TikTok account, and we're going to add an additional TikTok account. And, this is going to be really interesting to watch, I think, for you guys, because you guys are going to learn a lot about this because, hey, this could end up failing. This could end up not working out, and, I'm going to have to be okay with that. But I am going to try as hard as I can to get this internal UGC system to work. And what's cool is that we'll now be able to manage all of this from Hootsuite. So again, we have this advanced plan, and with the advanced plan, we're able to create unlimited social accounts. Unlimited, guys. So let me log into, this TikTok account here. And so right now there's a little bit of a disconnect where, hey, you're going to have to create the content offline. But then you're going to be able to go to Hootsuite, and you're going to be able to manage all that. And ultimately, that's ViewCreator is going to transition into being that platform where you not only can manage it, but you can also post from it. J35 said that sound was cries of freeloaders as many features got restricted. Yeah. All right, hold up. So I'm going to go to TikTok here, and I need to connect this. Okay. So you can connect with this plan, you can do unlimited accounts. And I think that's the big part, right? Is when you can do unlimited, guys. We can connect, a bunch of distinct accounts that will be trying all these different strategies, and one of them will work. So, I think that we just have to be confident in that, and I am confident in it. So let me log into my TikTok account so that we can actually get this it's basically a set of, It's essentially like a set of accounts. So I'm logging into a ViewCreator channel right now. But how are you doing, chat? What do you guys think about the internal UGC system? Yeah, happy Halloween, by the way, guys. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Let's go, Havens. Okay. Okay, so we're going to revisit this. Let's work on a little bit of coding tasks, because I have like some security stuff that I need to do for the logging in. It's just a little bit hard, makes it a little bit harder to do it on stream. So let's kind of talk about essentially what we're going to do on the coding side of things. So what we need to do is, if I go down to, let's actually launch locally, and I'm going to show you what we were working on the past couple days, because we've started on doing that. Ryan, yeah, we're working on more business assets, but I'm going to do that in a different part of the day. I kind of want to code for a bit right now, so we're gonna start working on a couple of these features, because I want to show you guys where we're at. So I can now go to this connected accounts page, and on connected accounts, that's where users will be able to connect all of their socials. So we actually have the ability for users to connect their YouTube channels via the API, but there's like a couple things to do testing wise to do that. Oren, so the new project Vibe Academy is going to be in a video series, and the first video on Vibe Academy is going to go live tomorrow. So for those of you wondering about Vibe Academy, the first video where we're going to be planning out our architecture and actually building like the first parts of that project are going to be released tomorrow. So I have a video on that, but remember that the live streams are focused more so like on the behind the scenes journey. Those are going to be more like videos for helping people learn how to, for example, I think the next video is just going to be on like setting up a Next.js project and vibe coding the initial link style guides, because a lot of things that people have trouble with is styling with AI. Is they're like, how do I get this to style, right? Because if you don't know what the best practices are, it can be difficult to make your site look really good, right? When you're using AI to style it. So the first thing I want to look at is this connect to YouTube. So for example, I can click connect to YouTube now, and I want to show you guys the problem that we have. So it does launch, all this stuff. I can't show the sign in while I'm doing it, but I can show you basically the part that we're getting in trouble with, right? So I can literally, here's what I'm saying. Choose your brand or account. So this is so cool. So here's what I'm looking at, right? So choose your brand or a brand account, your account or a brand account. So I can choose from all the different channels that I have configured, right? So I can literally configure it with BridgeMind, right? But then now the issue is that Google has not actually verified the app. So Google has not verified your app. So today we're going to be looking at, okay, how do you actually do that, right? How do you, build that? Goromongo just asked a really good question. He said, he asked, is your ViewCreator app monolithic or microservices architecture? So for ViewCreator, to get started, we've chosen to do a Nest.js backend, and that is monolithic. Our API is monolithic, and the reason that we did that is because from past experience, if you're a solo developer and you're building out an initial project and your goal is to just get up and online as fast as possible, you know, you don't want to have a massive microservices infrastructure where you're managing, you know, 10, 15 different services, because number one, it's expensive. And then as a solo developer, it's going to become very, very hard for you to manage all of that infrastructure. So if you're working and you're trying to decide, hey, should I do microservices for this, or should I not do microservices, I would suggest not starting out with microservices if you are a solo developer, because, you know, it's going to be a pretty big problem when, you know, you've got, you know, one person working on the project and you've got, you know, 20 repos. Up the Google API to ViewCreator. Here is the README, and here is what it says. How do I get Google to verify the app? Okay, so we are going to set up, you know, all of those. We're going to set up Instagram. We're going to set up Facebook. We're going to set up all these different things to be connected. Harshale said, I did find connecting X to be tough, as the flow really did not work out well in the app that I was building. Is that the case for you? And connecting X, we'll see. I know that X is a little bit more expensive, but, you know, obviously people do it. So we're gonna do it. Okay, so I want to go to localhost here. And let's get started a little bit. So also, let's pull up a terminal. All right, we have plenty to choose from. All right, cursor. All right, so I'm actually going to use the editor here, and there is a README file in here. Rex, how's it going? Yeah, I've set that up, Abdul. I've set it up in Google Cloud Console. So we'll just kind of talk to ChatGPT on what's the next step here. So right now it's just in testing. Yeah, so it's in testing right now. So we're gonna have to test it, right? And there's a couple things I'm gonna have to do on my end to test that. But here's the code base. Let's go and let's actually just find. I want to find the YouTube. There should be a YouTube API implementation in here somewhere. Yeah, so here it is right here. So YouTube API implementation. So I'm just going to copy this and drop it in. I mean, it already gave us enough information here though. So it says make it work now, no scary screen. Okay, and we want to do that, right? Because we want to actually test how it works. So I want to do that. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. There is also a Discord link in the top of the chat if you guys want to join our community. Okay, so I have to go over to the Google Cloud Console, so let me launch Google Cloud Console. And over in the Google Cloud Console, I have a project called ViewCreator, and that project is where I will manage everything for ViewCreator. So what you have to do is when you're setting up the YouTube API so that you can create something like this where you can actually post from the platform into one of these social platforms, you're going to have to integrate with their API and figure out, hey, I need to create an app on their API. In this case with Google, you go to the Google Cloud Console and you go to API, you go to your project, you go to API and services, and the API that you have to implement is like the YouTube data API. And then you have to configure OAuth. So we have essentially two OAuth clients. We have a ViewCreator OAuth client, which is the actual client for signing up and signing in on ViewCreator with Google. So as you guys know, you can use, social sign-in. And then the second one, I'll actually just take a screenshot of what I'm looking at here. So here are the two names of our OAuth clients, right? And this is a screenshot from the Google Cloud Console. So you can see ViewCreator YouTube Connect. So that's the OAuth configuration that we need for specifically the YouTube configuration. And then we're also going to have that other client, which that other client is the configuration for the login and the authentication. So those are two different clients. And apparently YouTube is one of the easiest to actually connect to, which is great, that's fine, but the other ones can be a little bit trickier to connect with. So let's first just kind of follow this chat and see, okay, what do we actually need to do to test this, right? So I'm going to go into that auth client. It says, go to the all auth consent screen. OAuth consent screen. Yeah, we're almost at 6K. Where do I go now? So I want to work a little bit more on pushing the project forward in this way, and then I'm going to do more of the marketing. And as you guys know, next week we have our hackathon, and that's going to be big because that's going to be the finishing touches on ViewCreator before we go live and start really pushing it. Once we go live, that free plan that you see in the app, guys, that's going to go away. We're not going to offer any free plans after November 11th. It's all going to be Pro. You can start with a free trial, and then Ultra, you can start with a free trial. And you know, what we're going to be doing is, hey, we don't want people to sign up for free anymore. Either you want to actually use the application, you're willing to pay for it, or you're not. And right now, you know, we've been getting 30 signups per day on average for ViewCreator, and a large majority, I'm talking 90% of them, are, you know, free. And that's a problem, right? Actually, more than 90%. I think it's like 99%. like in the 90s, like 99. Like, we'll get some people subbing here and there, and we'll get people paying for credits. But right now, because that free plan is an option, people are just choosing the free plan, and I give them the free credits. And the issue is that the 30 people that are signing up per day, what I think is happening is most of them are coming from the live stream. So it's people that are like, okay, what is this guy working on? They go over there, they sign up, they check it out, and then they're like, okay, well, I'm not like actually a content creator, so like I don't need this, and they get off, right? So what we need to do is now we actually need to go towards our target market and start targeting people. And we're going to figure this out, guys. And that's the thing why I'm super excited about Hootsuite, because I was just thinking to myself, I was like, man, what do we need to do to take the marketing to the next level? And I think it's by doing something like that and, you know, working with Hootsuite. Yeah, 1% conversion rate. Yeah, probably less than 1%, because like I said, most of the people that are signing up are coming from the live streams. Like, we're not doing a ton of ViewCreator marketing. So once we start that marketing and start targeting the people like content creators, like, guys, I'm going to get an email list of content creators, because the other day I was receiving an email in my like personal BridgeMind inbox, and it was like, hey, I'm a thumbnail creator and I charge this much to create thumbnails for you. And I'm like, okay, I need to figure out how he got that contact, and then be able to compile, you know, an email list of content creators and tell them that I want them to try the ViewCreator beta or something, and, you know, XYZ. Like, we're going to figure this out, guys, and it's going to be a process. Eclipse, how's it going? Are you working with a team? I mean, the way that I see it is that this community is that team. Like, this community, you know, as a whole is going to be able to back this project. And I think that's what you guys are seeing happening, especially, you know, with things like the hackathon, is that if I was doing this and I was doing this on my own, right, I wouldn't have a community behind me to be able to help like test the product. And some of you have been incredibly helpful in the testing of the product. I know you guys by name: J35, Jesse, Tony, Aperium, 4 right off the bat, that you guys have helped this incredibly. So, you know, I really appreciate you guys doing the testing and stuff. But, you know, let's keep going. So the audience, we need to go to the audience page here. So we're going to go to audience, and then once it's at audience, that's where you add your test users, right? So we're gonna have to now add our test users. Okay, Hung said you can do that with a simple lead magnet to collect a CRM data set. Cans, what's up? Yeah, you saw Sweet 1.5? Yeah, Sweet 1.5 is pretty crazy. Hold on. So Hung, shout out to Hung in the chat, because Hung actually gave me the idea on the UGC system, and here's what he said. I think Hung's pretty sharp on marketing, so we're going to see this here. What are tools to accomplish this? So we're going to see, is there any lead magnet that we can have? Hung, you can let me know in chat if there are any. But what's up, Cans? How's it going? Enrique, what's up? Hugh, what's up? Regarding the contact emails, one way is to go through YouTube accounts. In the About page, you can get their email addresses and then mass mail. I think, yeah, I think we're going to do you know, we're going to use some tool or something like that. Like I know that there are a couple softwares, and that's the thing, guys, is we're going to have to start to invest some money in the business. So even yesterday, you know, when I was on stream, I bought the $400 plan here for Hootsuite, and people were like, dude, you just dropped $400 like right off the bat. You know, and hey, the reason I'm doing that is because, guys, this is a business and we're going to have to invest money into the business, right? So, okay, I'm now going to say, now review this. Do not expose the emails or any sensitive information in the application or in your output, but let me know what to do next to make sure that I can get this working, as this is what it looks like when I click audience. Okay. Okay, so Hung said, for some reason, the Dutch Bros are incredibly good at online marketing and some of their books are super effective. Yeah, and Ricky, I've used SendGrid. I don't know if you would want to use that for, you know, pinging emails. You could. Guys, oh my gosh, if I can find a video, I want to show you guys a video. Hold on, I'm actually about to look for a video because that reminds me of something. All right, you guys are about to get some crazy lore on stream. If you guys are watching right now, I'm about to find this. I'm about to go back years. All right, the problem is that I literally have testing users in here. The problem is that I had one of those emails configured when I was testing, and it still gave me the scary screen. The scary screen, I like that. All right, so let me find this video because I want to show you guys actually. So a couple years ago, when I was just starting out with programming and vibe coding, I would say this was about 2 years ago now. So I had this project where somebody that I was close with was trying to get elected to something, right? They were trying to get elected to a campaign, right? To serve on like the board of this, you know, thing, right? They were trying, it was an election, right? And there was we had an email list, and it was an email list of maybe like 900 people, let's say. And these 900 people were the people that actually had a vote in this election. So what I had to do was I actually had to create a Python script to be able to use SendGrid to loop through that list and then send an HTML formatted email essentially with the promotion for this campaign. And like back then, that was like a pretty impressive feat at the time, you know, because I had just started programming, and I guess it had been like a year into programming maybe, and it was just pretty cool. I don't know if I can find it. There's no way. Did I lose it? I'm looking for it, guys. No, this is tragic. All right, I can't find it. Man. But basically, the video I was going to send just showed a clip from that process. Okay, so Cam said, I want to see how this marketing plan with different accounts and UGC thing you talked about might use this approach. Can you explain the overview real quick? Yeah, so what we're doing is we bought Hootsuite yesterday, and what Hootsuite is this is it's a platform. Like, I'll just go in my dashboard and show you what it looks like actually, like when you authenticate. So you have an account, and I can click create, right? And I can schedule posts to go out, and I can connect, because I have the plan that I have, I can connect and post unlimited accounts. So just last night, I was able to create a few extra. I think total we have, let's do, is it what? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So only 10 right now, but that's going to go all the way up to like around 35. So we're going to connect 35 social media accounts to Hootsuite. And then I'm just going to be like, once we launch the application, guys, I was talking about this yesterday, but we're going to start to spend a lot more time on marketing, because now that we've built ViewCreator and a lot of the tools are built, like, yes, we do have a product that you're able to now market and actually sell, right? It's a working product. It's a working minimal viable product. You can market this, and we're going to get to that stage now, and we are at that stage where, whereas, you know, it used to be I would spend 10 hours a day programming, This needs to shrink to about 4 to 5 hours, and then the marketing now needs to be just as much as the programming, because that's what's missing. So, you know, I hope that you guys understand kind of like where I'm coming from there. And if you guys want to follow along and you have any ideas, make sure that you like and subscribe and join the Discord to join the community that's backing this project. Hung said a lead magnet can be a PDF on how to leverage AI to increase social followings. That's why the dropshipping bros usually employ comment X to get Y, because they use ManyChat to, number 1, increase reach, and 2, collect CRM data. Okay. All right, so why are we still getting this? Short answer, that's expected when your app is external plus testing and request sensitive scopes. Example, YouTube, Google always shows Google hasn't verified this app in interstitial. Okay, nice ChatGPT. Learning new words, interstitial. I don't even know what this word means, but all right. Adding someone as a test user only lets them proceed past the screen. It does not remove it. The screen disappears only after the app is verified, or if the app is internal to a Google Workspace domain. Okay, cool. All right, that said, if your test user still couldn't proceed, run this checklist. Correct account. Yeah, I'm 100% sure that's correct account. I mean, we can try with a different one. Here, let's try with a different one. All right, so once I click connect YouTube, it redirects me. It gives me a chance, whichever ones I want. So I'm gonna try this one. Oh, so I can click continue. Okay, I can click continue on this. Okay. All right, awesome. Okay, so okay, that totally makes sense. So there's now a continue button on this. So here, like, if you guys see this continue button, I can click continue. So it's saying, hey, there's a continue button. You can just click that. Okay, oh my gosh. All right, guys. Oh, okay. This is so easy. What the heck? All right, so look at this. So this is what it's asking. So this is perfect. So it says select what ViewCreator can access, and you can select all, right? So like on this, for example, I mean, this is perfect because, I mean, this is exactly what I've experienced on these other parts. Now, I did just get a 404 error, which was probably the callback. So I did just get an error, which was the callback to the fact that the application isn't properly hooked up. But we're going to take a look at that right now. So we're going to use our good friend, we're going to use GPT Codex High, and we're going to now paste this in. Review this in complete depth, and I now need you to review why am I getting this 404 error while I am testing the Google YouTube connecting account process. On the last step, when it's doing the callback, I get this 404. Why is this happening? I probably should have dropped in. Can I still drop it in? Okay, cool. So I'm also going to drop in the API, the YouTube API integration plan, because that gives it the context that it needs. So that's very important. Cam said, yeah, I saw the stream last night. The alias thing on GoDaddy was cool. Didn't even know about that. Yeah, that's right, me right now. More marketing and small feedback bug fixes. Yep. Let's go, Cams. Yeah, OAuth made it super easy. Okay, Facts No Care said, first time here, what's going on? So what's up? Welcome to the stream, Facts No Care. So we are currently on day 65 of vibe coding an app until I make $1 million. Current revenue is at $1,152. We have built ViewCreator, and ViewCreator is an all-in-one platform to be able to create social media content using AI. And what we're gonna end up doing, like the main mission of this company, is to be able to fully automate social media management. And that means that we are going to create a product where users are able to actually create quality content using AI and post it all on the same platform. And what we're going to do is we're going to build the only platform that is ready for when the threshold is met, where right now, let's say the video generators, the content generators, the image generators, the quality isn't that good. You can tell that it's AI, right? And it's incredibly expensive. It's very slow. There's all sorts of issues with it, right? And that's a good thing for us, because what it means is that this market is not super entrenched yet. So we're gonna enter this market. We're gonna build out a product where you're able to post from all these things. So essentially you're able to Okay. Sorry, okay, this just came back. Okay, so it says... Okay, so it looks like it's a problem with our... What is the correct value of this API endpoint to put in my .env? So about the Spider-Man thing. So what I decided, guys, is you guys know how I am, all right? So I don't want to be a content creator. I don't want to be like known as somebody that's a like a content creator. What I'm doing is I'm sharing my journey, and I'm building a community in the process. And I think that the community is actually a huge asset for the business. You know, with other projects and startups that I've been a part of, I've never had a community like the one that we have right now. And I think that that says something. And I think it says something about what we're doing. And guys, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, you know, I'm getting like clowned on and stuff by some people that I know just about me doing this. And I think that it just doesn't matter. I think that you have to just be like you have to follow your own intuition and the perspective that you have on an idea or something that you're pursuing. Other people don't have the same perspective that you have on it, right? And I think that you need to be aware that, hey, like, you just gotta block that out and pursue what you know is right. Okay, so I'm seeing why the callback, so the callback was missing the API route, essentially. So it wasn't the correct, the reason it was a 404 was it actually did have the incorrect callback URL. So we're gonna try the process again here now. And I think we actually may be able to get this to work pretty easily. And then remember, we're obviously gonna work on Instagram, TikTok, and X as well. But right now, let's just focus on YouTube. Let's do one at a time. So Enrique, we actually are embedding a creator platform inside of ViewCreator where people will be able to earn money, because what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to manage UGC accounts on ViewCreator. So, you know, what we're doing with Hootsuite and what we're doing with the internal UGC campaign. Okay, I got another 404. Oh, it's because I didn't restart the API, isn't it? Okay, hold up. I didn't restart the API, so I gotta reset this. All right, perfect. So, you know, one very important thing is that, hey, you know, we're going to connect these and we're going to build a platform where people can post, right? And in this process where I'm sharing my experience with Hootsuite, I'll also be able to generate content training people on how I do it, how I create a successful UGC campaign in internal use. And I think by doing this setup, it's going to give me the experience that I need. Okay, you can't sign in because ViewCreator sent an invalid request. Oh, geez. Access blocked. Oh, geez, what did I do? All right, hold up. Cam said, you hooking up the YouTube API right now? Check out the YouTube quota thing I sent you on Discord. Shouldn't make it live till you request more limit from YouTube. Yeah, so I think that, Cams, I think that we'll do that, and I appreciate you saying that to me, because that was definitely something that I knew was going to be a problem. So when you configure with these APIs, you get hit with quota limits, and like Cams is saying in chat, really, really helpful, by the way, from Cams, because what he's saying is, hey, you know, you have to know that, you know, if you don't set this up, if you don't get this set up where you have a good quota limit, you know, you're gonna have some problems. Why am I now running into this issue? Yeah, Sam, appreciate it, man. Yeah. I did restart it, and now it's giving me the error. Wait, is this... Hold on. Let's see if that actually messed it up. That could have messed it up. Hold on. Let's actually restart that. But yeah, you know... Alright, Tantian said cursor and windsurf. Which do you think is best? I think cursor is better. I use Cursor personally. I was trying the SWE 1.5 model yesterday in yesterday's stream, but you know, it's like, hey, great model. I do think that Cursor has a lot better features though. But interesting model. All right, so now let's reset this because oh, they're both based off GLM. That's interesting. Sam Stone, he said, I think both their new models are a bit meh. Apparently, they're both based off of GLM. Yeah, I mean, they're you know, I think I like them because not necessarily that I'm going to use them a ton in my personal workflow, but because they are speeding up, I think it is going to force some of the bigger and better labs like OpenAI and you know, Anthropic to realize that, hey, what people need is they need fast models. Like, I can't be letting Opus think for so long. Okay, so now that I changed it back, when I changed the EMV var back to this, it worked. Is GLM a Chinese model? All right, see you, Cams. All right, when I changed the EMV var back to this, it worked. So something is a little bit off here. Hey, NS is in the chat. What's up, NS? What's up, Alex? NS, how you doing, man? My friend. My friend's in the chat. I have to say, NS is he's not a hater. He's a supporter of BridgeMind. One of the only reels I got. I've got some older brothers, and I was getting clowned on by my older brothers. I was getting clowned on by my own fam, man. That's where it's like, oh dang. Something you just got to deal with, I guess. But now I am getting this error again. Yeah, Ultima, I did take down Goalpost. We're going to relaunch Goalpost, guys. Alex, I don't use Grok a whole bunch. Yeah, we're going to relaunch Goalpost. All right, Enrique said use it as motivation. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so... Okay, hold up. We're going to have to update this. All right, Rob asked, are the old bros finance bots? Nah, my older brothers, they've got jobs, and they just pretty much work 9-to-5 jobs. So I'm the black sheep here in the family. Oh man, black sheep. Shoot, I gotta get the glasses on here. Feeling like a black sheep. Yeah, I think Goalpost could do well. I think that it needs to be relaunched. I think that it needs to be remarketed And I think it could be remarketed as essentially the goal app for doers. But we're going to take a look at it. And Ricky, yeah, you're right. It's all about how you deal with adversity. All right, so I need to see the... So I need to go to the client, and then I need to see, like, how is this even set up? Okay, so it's these authorized redirect URLs, I think. Right now, here's what is configured for the authorized redirect URLs. Help me update this and give me the ones that I should be using. Miracure said it's going to work out for you. Thanks, Miracure. Rob said, kind of legendary, though. Standard brother shit. Yeah, 100%. I'd be getting cooked out here. I'm like, shoot. All right. So should I delete the existing authorized redirect URIs or just leave them and add more ones? Sam Stone said, use ViewCreator to mass post lies about your brothers on all socials. Bridge for the win. Yeah, Bridge for the win merch, Noah. Sorry, I'm way behind in chat, but trying to keep up. Yeah, NS, they're outdated, bro. Ultima said, it'd be cool to see you rebuild Gold Post with all of the knowledge you have now. Yeah, we're going to do that, 100%. Okay, so it literally wants me to replace them. Okay, I updated them. What now? Jose, not HubSpot. We did Hootsuite. Hootsuite. Mixologies, what's good? All right, Alex Trotman said, would you use AI agents to code something super complex like a rules engine or ontology graph DB type stuff? Wondering if agents are only good for simple stuff like front end. Here's what I think, Alex. I think that if you know how to do it, then the agents can do it. Abhinav said, did you know that Indian people will get OpenAI Go subscription for 1 year for free starting the 4th of November? Wow. Decentralized Game says, what's Goalpost made? My friend just paid like a ton of money for a goal productivity app. Curious what this Goalpost thing you're talking about is. Yeah, so originally how this series started is we were working on an app called Goalpost. And, you know, with Goalpost, it was a pretty good app. I actually just, I essentially deprecated the AWS infrastructure because until we are ready to launch that app, we should just cut that expense. You know, from a business standpoint, you know, we're going to have to start making decisions where, hey, if this isn't making the company money, then we're going to have to start cutting it because, you know, we are running BridgeMine like a company. And remember that right now we are losing money. So even, you know, a $200 a month expense is probably at the point where, hey, let's just deprovision that and let's launch it when we're ready to launch it. Because we still obviously have all the IP for that application and we still have all the pipelines set up. So we're going to be able to relaunch it pretty easily. All right, so let's pull this back up here. And what I want to do is I actually want to go to and test this again to see if I still get these errors now. Okay, so that worked. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, guys, it worked. It worked. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Look at this. We already got it configured. That's awesome. Wow. That is so sick. Wow. Guys, we've been working on that for like 3 days. Oh my gosh, that's so sick. Let's go. All right, so if I refresh this, I mean, yeah, we just connected that. That is so badass. Let's go, guys. Let's go. W's in the chat. All right. So we did get YouTube hooked up. Now the question is, can we actually make it so that we can post to YouTube from ViewCreator, right? What the heck? That's so sick. All right. All right. Review the screenshot. I now need your help in updating the README file so that it knows that we have now gotten this to work and document this information and where we're at. Update the README. That's amazing, guys. This is huge. That was like a huge win for us. That was a huge win that we just had. Wow. Sometimes they don't come often, guys. All right, shout out to Brother Codes, because Brother Codes actually was helpful in this process. He said next step is record a demo video on how a user will post to YouTube and get it verified by YouTube so ViewCreator can post on others' behalf. Right now, it only works for your test users. Yep, Brother Codes, spot on. Well said, Brother Codes. Shout out to Brother Codes. So what he's saying is we're going to have to record a demo and upload it to YouTube. We're not going to have to do that on this stream because now I want to just update the API integration plan now that at least we have it working for our test account. Remember that our go live date is going to be November 11th, all right? Right after the Bugathon, or Bug Bounty Hackathon. So, we've updated that now. So this is huge. Can you now create a new README on how we could potentially create utilities and other systems inside of the application to make it so that users can actually post now? So I want them to be able to see analytics on these YouTube accounts and be able to post to them and have it pull in their posts and be able to take actions on behalf from ViewCreator. All of this should be related to the YouTube API to get started. We will end up doing this with Instagram, Facebook, X, and TikTok as well, but let's just start with getting YouTube set up, create a README related to what functionality we could potentially integrate with the YouTube API now that we have the accounts actually connected, and how that could potentially look inside of the application and how we would want to organize that. All right. Guys, I got into like a Twitter battle yesterday with a like this AI influencer, and I kind of just he flamed the SWE 1.5 model, and I could kind of tell that he was just hungry for attention because he was trying to drop the keyword in it and get attention. And I kind of just asked him, I said, did you even try it? And there's just so many AI influencers out there that are trying to tell people all this information, but it's really just for clicks. They're not very good at software engineering or vibe coding in general, right? But they have a whole bunch of opinions on it because they're AI influencers and they're content creators, right? And I think that what you get on this channel that is different, and what you get with BridgeMind that's different, is that we're working on actual projects and I'm just sharing it, right? So you guys are seeing me learn, you guys are seeing me create new things, and the ultimate goal for me is to actually get the businesses to work. That is the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is not to blow up on social media on BridgeMind. The ultimate goal is to actually get the businesses to work. So, oh, hold on, I did turn down the mic a little bit. Alex Trotman said, I probably have already asked this, but what's the stack? It's Next, Nest, and Postgres. So this is huge. So now let's do, the YouTube API. Now that we have the YouTube API integration plan completed and YouTube is officially able to be connected, I now need you to create an X API integration plan the same way we did for YouTube. All right, so these now are gonna get kicked off, and we're gonna start planning out how to do. Now that we have the YouTube API integration plan completed and YouTube is officially able to be connected, I now need you to create a TikTok API integration plan the same way we did for YouTube, with all the instructions needed to integrate TikTok connected accounts into ViewCreator. So Brother Code said that TikTok was a hard one. So that's something I have in the back of my mind. I also did see that on ChatGPT as well. Now that we have the YouTube API integration plan completed and YouTube is officially able to be connected, I now need you to create a Facebook API integration plan in the same way we did for YouTube, with all the instructions needed to integrate Facebook connected accounts into ViewCreator. Good morning, Last Sentinel. How's it going? Yeah, the YouTube is finally hooked up. This is a big deal. This is huge. That was, sometimes you need application wins, and we just got like a really big application win there. So very happy about that. Also, guys, if you haven't seen this new windsurf model, I want to show you something really cool. So I actually have the reason that I'm going to go back here is because I know that I have a, what do we have? We just had one of our applications fail. VS Code, apparently. All right. So I know I have a conversation history in here. Is this my history? Rules, memory, start a new conversation. Can I see more than 3? Just relax. What's up? Jigian asked how to start this kind of business/job. Oh yeah, docs for Instagram setup. Oh, shoot. Yeah, we need docs now for the Instagram setup. Thanks for reminding. So I'm going to add the YouTube API integration plan. Now that we have the YouTube API integration plan completed and YouTube is officially able to be connected, I now need you to create a Instagram API integration plan in the same way you did for YouTube, with all the instructions needed to integrate Instagram connected accounts into ViewCreator. All right, so Instagram, so we'll do 5. I think those are the main 5, right? So you have YouTube, X, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. So 5, and I think that's pretty good. At least to get started, right? Just relax. What's your opinion on it? I mean, there are going to be jobs that are going to be replaced by AI, but it's more or less like they're going to be replaced by AI. More like they're going to be. There's going to be technology that people use that reduces the need for a specific job, but there'll be new jobs based on the new technology needs. So instead of somebody being somebody that creates content assets using Canva and spends 5 hours doing that, maybe you use a ton of AI to be able to create your assets and everything, and that job goes away, but now you're creating AI with AI. I don't know. We'll see. All right, document outlines the full X integration blueprint, auth flow, connected account storage, scheduling, job workers, API endpoints, rate limits, and credit strategy mirroring with the structure plan constraints. Okay. Gormongo said, you currently using Cursor or VS Code with ChatGPT Claude integration. Curious about your setup in general, page terminal layout. Yeah, so I use a lot of Codex. I think that Codex in the terminal using Codex GPT-I is really useful. That's kind of my workflow. Okay, so we now have the documentation. The question is, I wonder if I should have done this in the same chat so they're a little bit all more mirrored. Let's do it in one. Let's do it in this one here, because this one still has 91 to context. So what we're going to do is we're going to @ now all the YouTube, X. We're going to @ TikTok. We're going to @ Instagram. Is this the Instagram generation plan? Nah. It's the wrong file, I think. We'll wait for the Instagram one to complete. Facebook. All right. So Time OTOJS said, hey, I just got here. How are you doing? The marketing, YouTube recommended me your streams yesterday. Yeah, so the marketing, what we're doing is, first of all, ViewCreator is in itself a marketing tool, and the long-term goal is that we're going to build an AI platform that makes it much easier on brands, companies, and creators to be able to manage their influencer marketing, not influencer, but their marketing campaigns using AI. So that, number one, that's what we're working on. That's what ViewCreator is. Now, that's going to take some time to get into that role, and we also have some time. So my perspective on it is that the image generation and video generation tools are still far off, meaning like a couple years out, where they're going to like actually be very, very competitive with just normal video generation and editing. So I think that we're getting ahead of the curve, and we're setting up a platform that we know is going to be able to automate content generation, and then we're going to integrate that with the publishing process as well. So we're going to be a company that automates social media, and that's our goal, is to be able to automate social media. And I think that this is the next step. And guys, just as a reminder, it's like, people can have their opinions about whatever you're doing, whatever your project you're working on. As long as you continue going, and as long as you just continue making progress and moving forward, you can't go wrong. So the perspective that I have on it is, you know, ViewCreator started out as one thing, and you guys are seeing it slowly evolve in real time out of the vision that I have for the product. And you always have to have that long-term vision in mind, and you can't let the, you know, day-to-day really get to you. Because as long as you're in the arena, as long as you're making progress every day, as long as you are continuing forward and not giving up, you will reach your goals. All right, cool. All right, so we did those, and then we're kind of gonna make sure that they're good. Okay, so Just Relax said yes. Future is unpredictable, though definitely going to be fruitful. Our school director concluded well. I was chosen to speak for the motion, but in real life, against the motion is the reality. AI will certainly not take jobs at all. By the way, what are you doing? I think I kind of just explained it. Let me know if you have any more questions. Just Relax. Timo said, so you are going to make a marketing with the tool itself. Cool. Yeah, I believe that too. I'm also working exactly like this, but not with streams, creating SaaS. I mean, yeah, that's awesome, Timo. Yeah, if you're new around here and you haven't already joined the Discord, we have a Discord community. Like, one of the reasons, obviously, that this community is the way that it is because, you know, we're all working towards real goals, right? And we're all working on our own projects. And we actually have a Discord community with 561 members, so I'm going to copy a new invite link. If you haven't already joined the Discord, we'd love to have you as a part of our community. I just dropped it in chat. There's also a link in the description below if you're watching the VOD back. Black Diamond, we have a couple thousand a month right now, and 30 signups a day. So like some traction, but it's gonna be a lot of improvement. Okay, awesome, Timo, welcome. All right, so let's use this new Suite 1.5 model. I'm gonna show you guys how this works. It's pretty cool. So I can go over here, and with this new page that we created, so where is it? So source, pages. So what is it? Settings and connected accounts. So it's this page here. Update this page to have the same responsiveness and mobile first principles and strategies that you can see used in the dashboard page. And I'm gonna drop the dashboard in. So I'm gonna go here. This one right here. Actually, I feel like a better page would be probably brand profiles. Yeah, this one here. All right, watch how fast this is. This is Suite 1.5. Wait, hold up, did it do it? Oh yeah, that's it. See the responsiveness go in? Now it's way more responsive. This doesn't need to show off all that information. All right, that's better. Very fast model. Okay, just relax said, oh wait, hold up. Sorry, I missed a couple chats. Black Diamond said just from SEO and SM. What's SM? Oh, social media? Yeah. Yeah, not bad at all from the beginning, but you know, we're just getting started really. All right, so that's good. I like that. I want it to look more like a table, though. I want it to be kind of like a table. Yeah, I think Suite is pretty cheap. Okay, that's better. Yeah, it's very, very fast. Not super expensive. Cool. Great work. Continue with next steps and properly update the readmes as needed and build essentially the master readme and reference it in the other readmes. Let's go over living room. Is that a cursor? No, that was Windsurf. Yeah, we bought the plan for Windsurf yesterday because we had to check that model out. It's really fast. It's 4 times faster than the Composer 1. It's incredible. It's crazy the platform we built, isn't it? Just go to war every single day and things will work out, guys. Speaking of which, I think it's time for some push-ups. We're basically going to integrate all the other platforms for scheduling as well, and I think right now we're doing some documentation planning, but then we're actually gonna have to go and get that working. But guys, let's do some push-ups. I'm loading in a button down right now, so if you aren't doing push-ups right now with me, I don't know what you're doing. Let's get it. I'm gonna drop a 50 bomb. Gotta roll up the sleeves. All right, this is gonna be a 50 bomb. We got our AI agents working for us. Time to get insanely jacked, guys. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. 50. Guess what? Last week I was only doing 40. We've already upgraded to 50. 50 at a time. In like 2 months, I'm gonna do 100 at a time. Let's go. Let's go. Who's locked in with me? Yeah, the UI was made all with AI. All right, I'm rolling up the sleeves, folks. Look at this. Got the sleeves rolled up. Rolling up the sleeves. Let's go. Let's go, Jose. Yeah, guys, I mean, we've been doing them. I think I started out, I was doing like, I don't know, I was probably doing around 35. But the other day, I was at the gym and I was doing push-ups and I was like, why can't I do so many? And I was like, oh yeah, I've been doing push-ups on stream. That was so funny. I was like, let's go, guys. We're getting jacked together. Let's go. Thanks, Cormungo. Let's go, guys. Guys, we're all gonna make it. Jose said that he was doing 35. Justin, relax, you did 50. Let's go. And guys, I've been like running and stuff. I've been running like, usually before I stream, I've already run like 4 miles. Biked 5. On the, I was doing like sprints this morning on the bike. And I was doing, I think I did like 5-mile sprint on the stationary bike. I was going insane. I had the funk music going. I don't know if you guys know what funk is, but Sebastian, let's go. Let's go. If you guys haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Nobody's doing it like us. I need to start showing the sub counter more on stream. I don't know why I stopped doing that as much. Hold up. Let me pull this up for you guys. We're at 5,969. We actually may hit 6,000 today. We may hit 6,000, guys. I totally forgot. All right, let's put this right over here. Sebastian said, what did you figure out with the content plan last night? Did you make 5 accounts? Yeah, we got a couple accounts down. We did 10 accounts total. 10 accounts total. Yeah. I need the supplies. Guys, I have some good news tonight. I've got big plans tonight. You guys want to hear what my plans are? Let me know, chat. Let me know if you guys want to know what my plans are for Halloween night. Yeah, I'm using AWS cams. The server bill is about $600 a month. It's expensive. AWS is expensive. It's tough. Business expense, though. Yeah. Yeah, chat. Sebastian's got it. Jose got it. Cam's got it. Let's go. Let's go, chat. You guys know what we're about around here. Here's the thing, all right? Here's my perspective on it. You know, when I was in college, you know, people, you know what they call this weekend? They call it Hollow Weekend. And it's basically their weekend where they get to do a bunch of debauchery for the whole weekend. They get to get absolutely hammered every single night. And they go to parties, and I just like to know that that's my competition. Let's go, guys. That's our competition. They're out this weekend. They're out of the office, not us. We stay in the office. There is no weekends at Bridgemind, all right? There's only days. There's only days over here. At BridgeMind, there's no Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. There's just day 65, day 66, day 67, day 68, day 69, day 70. We are literally never going to stop. All right, which one's the easiest to implement now? All right, I want to kind of chat with Cursor a little bit here. All right, let's do GPT-5 fast. Ugh, that's dangerous. Which of these ones will be the easiest to do? Like to actually integrate, and for me to set up the application so that I can integrate with the API. List them in easiest to hardest. All right, Cams said, chill, that was lit. Jose said, ahead of my peers, facts. Our comp, not doing it like us, let's go. Danny, yeah, bridge mindset. Bridge mindset, let's go. Let's go, guys. Maxology said, no girls, no shit, just grind. Let's go. Mal XL Mento, welcome to the stream. So we're building ViewCreator. You can go check it out at viewcreator.ai, and you can check out the description below if you want to learn a little bit more about the application. But essentially, we have the goal of automating social media management with AI. So we're creating AI agents to be able to automate the entire social media process. And we're going to be one of the first companies to do it. Shirag said, I want to have consistency like you. There is no want, dude. There's only do. It's, you just got to do it. You just got to wake up and do it, man. All right, YouTube is the easiest. I already knew that. I already integrated it. Literally just list them in a table. Easiest to hardest. Cams is on day 315. Let's go, Cams. Yeah, Cams. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's smart. Okay, so it says YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and then X. So it's saying that X is actually the hardest to integrate with. That's very interesting. Jamali7 said, which is the best AI tool? I would say probably GPT-5 high. Codex. All right, so we can go to Instagram next. So what is the process, and use links for me setting it up with Instagram? Like, where do I have to go to set up the application and configuration? Pretty sure there's like a developer API. We'll give it web. Wait, does it automatically have web? Wait, what happened here? Hold on, cursor switched up on me here. Cursor changed up on me. I guess I have to just click. What the heck? Oh well. Maybe it always does it now. You guys see that? I can't do @web anymore. Ladarum said, he asked if anyone is using Cloudflare to deploy their services. Oh, Danny said web is no longer a tool. Why is that? Model specific now? Oh, okay. Yo, how's the DJX Spark? Danny, you get it set up yet? Alex asked, how much does Cursor plus usage cost? So Cursor had the Ultra plan. Sometimes I go a little bit over. I'm going to go over this month. I usually go over about $100. But total AI costs me right now about $600 a month, $700 a month. Abdul, so that's a good question. So I need to figure that out. I'm going to have to do some research on it. Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff here. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Let's do a quick sub check. 5,971. We're only 29 subs If my math is correct, I may have to ask ChatGPT, but I believe we are 29 away. All right, so we have to create a meta app. So we can go here to create a meta app. So hold up, let's pull up. See what's going on over here. Oh, so I've already done this before, yeah. Yeah, I have done this before. All right, so I'll kind of show you guys what it looks like. Yeah, I can show this. All right, so yeah, here's how it looks like. So pretty much, so here are two different apps I've created before. So this was from a while ago now, probably 2 years ago. It looks like I set this up. Danny, I'll check it out. That's awesome. So we're just gonna have to go to create app and start building an app out, right? So one question I have, I'm assuming that I can use this to connect with both Instagram and Facebook. Guys, I love my job. Let's go. All right, I'm gonna grab some water real quick. I think the most savage thing to do on Halloween too is to like go to bed early with like listening to some classical music and reading a book. That's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna go to bed early, read some books, listen to some classical music, wake up early tomorrow, run it back. All right, with one meta app you can connect both. Yeah, we're gonna wake up and continue grinding tomorrow. Not really, not where I am. Yeah, people don't really knock on my door. I think I got a couple trick-or-treaters last year, but I want to do this correct. How is it outlined in our documentation? Or do we create two apps or do we create one app? What's the best practice? All right, guys, we're going to change up the music a little bit here. I love demonetizing the streams for the vibes because we are grinding, we are cooking, and yeah, we're gonna change up the vibe. Here's a song. All right, so we're trying to connect. We're gonna try and connect Instagram and Facebook here. Here's the playlist. All right, did you like the song before the change? I'll go back to that after this. All right, so I reviewed our Instagram, Facebook plans, and the shared integrations README. They specify using a single meta app with multiple products, Facebook login, Instagram Graph API, and Pages API. The best practice for ViewCreator is to create one meta app, add both products, share the same callback scheme per EMV, and reuse the connected base OAuth service. Create a separate app only if you need strict isolation across brands or risk quota boundaries. Okay. Sam, I think that, like, the difference that you kind of have to ask yourself is there really that much of a difference between, I think Danny made a good point. I would say, is there that much of a difference between like a 200 per second model and a 950 per second model? Like, it just depends on what your workflow is and what you're doing, right? Yeah, they are doing a promo though. So Danny says that as long as the promo is running, I'd say it's worth it right now. Yeah, Ariane, I do get that a lot. The other day I was at the gym and like people literally will come up to me and they'll be like, you know, you look like Tom Holland. I get it like a few times a week usually. Yeah, I get that like a few times a week. In person too, not just on stream. Alright, here's the playlist if anyone wants it. Alright, so we're going to do one plan. It's going to be one. Alright, so we're going to create an app now on Meta Apps. And we're going to have this actually walk us through it. So let's go to the Instagram implementation plan. And then I also want the Facebook implementation plan. Yeah, Ariane, yeah. Sorry, sometimes I forget the alphabet. AI brain. I mean, yeah, I can do like no more critical thinking at all anymore after this whole AI thing. Guys, we're gonna be so brain rotted from AI. We'll be like managing super complex systems. Yeah, Roderick, I am dressed up. I'm dressed up as, I don't know. I'm dressed up as Spider-Man. All right, there's a new way we've launched this system. Okay, create app. All right. Danny said, I tried a new workflow using planning mode, having the model break tasks into 100K token chunks to be broken out and managed by composer agents in parallel. Good results so far. Danny, Dan in the chat. Dan is, he is like that. Did you end up getting your DGX Spark hooked up to Cursor, though? Somebody in chat said, Tino Music said, you look like Spider-Man in his uncle's shirt. Yeah, that's I'm Spider-Man's uncle. That's who I am for Halloween. I'm doing, hold up. I need like a name tag to like, you know, have that written on it. So we're going to have ChatGPT walk us through this. Timos, yeah. So I did use it on AI, and then honestly, so I used like ShadCN and I used Tailwind, and then you kind of can just like have it integrate best practices and stuff. I mean, this is like something that I did, you know, when I first started out using AI to help me learn and to help me work, is that I would just show the page to the AI, and then I would just have a conversation with ChatGPT on the other, the other screen. I actually think I can show this to you guys because it doesn't matter. So, like, here's what I'm looking at. Here's what I'm setting up. So you need to choose in the Facebook app what you're going to connect, right? So, you know, we'll see what we can actually connect, but all right, so Authenticate and request data from users with Facebook login. Oh. Yeah, Danny. Danny's a real one. All right, so yeah, Danny, too clutch, man. So can I go to my, hold on, can I go to that conversation I was having in ChatGPT though? You know, switch chat. Oh my gosh. Can I use agent mode? What if I used agent mode? What if I used agent mode, chat? Hold up. The glasses are my Halloween fit, if anybody asks. They're like, why are you wearing glasses? Like, nah. Alright, so I do have it pulled up now. So, shout out to Dan. Because here's what we're going to do. We're going to use it in Atlas. And kind of what I'm wondering is, I mean, could you technically have it in agent mode? And I literally dropped in the readmes. Yeah, Danny, you are definitely an innovator, bro. I know a real one when I see it, if you know what I mean. Review the step that I'm on right now. What do I enter as the app name? All right, so here's the app, Oliver. Or Oiver. Malex Mento, what's up? Thank you. He said that he just subscribed. Thank you so much. Appreciate the support. Also, join the Discord if you haven't already. No, you give me the name for it based on the readmes from the context of the conversation that we're in. What the heck? Thanks, Danny. Shout out to whoever just subbed. Let's go. I think we're going to hit 6,000 today. What do I select on this page here? I'm going to drop in this again as reference. Yeah. Review. And tell me which ones to select. I mean, so guys, so something that's interesting is, so when you're actually creating a meta app, you have 4 options, and I kind of have a certain idea, and you guys may, you know, have an idea of what I'm talking about. But here, you know, you have apps to basically say which you want to use, right? So authenticate and request from users with Facebook login, a secure, fast way for users to log into your app or game, and for the most app to ask for permissions to access their data to personalize their experience, right? So that's like the Facebook, Instagram login, right? And you're going to be able to access their accounts and stuff from there, right? That's what we need for sure. But then also at the top here, something interesting is create and manage app ads with Meta Ads Manager. So I think in ViewCreator, not only could we create a platform where you're able to, you know, actually post, but you're going to be able to actually run your ads. So I'm not sure, Sebastian. So I'm going to see what it says. So it said authenticate, yeah. All right. Which business portfolio should I connect? Timo asked, how do you make AI code good SEO stuff? So you actually have to do your SEO research first. So you can use a tool like SEMrush for that. That's what we use for SEO. So SEMrush is a tool where you actually can get a free trial and use all this, but you basically can do unlimited keyword research, and that's what we did for ViewCreator to find the keywords that we wanted to use. So if I go to like keyword overview, which one is it? Like here's the dashboard. Here's all the analytics. So 2,200 visits. But yeah, I would definitely use that. Oh, my brother's calling me. Hold on. Nah, me and my brothers are cool. My brother's just, it's all brotherly love, you know how it is. Nah, they just clown me. One of my brothers told me that basically what's going to happen is the engagement's all going to fall off and it's going to fail. I did have one of my brothers tell me that. He said that's probably what's going to happen. I was like, all right. That's cool. That's cool. All right, so there's publishing requirements. So the publishing requirements, all right, so here they are. So business verification. So these are the steps you need to complete to get and maintain access to user and business data. Business verification. Verify your business as a business entity in order to access user data through Meta APIs. Let's go, Danny. Yeah, I'm gonna keep going, guys. Yeah, Sam. All right, so what do I need to do here? Yeah, Danny. If we're gonna use ViewCreator to go viral, imagine how insane that would be if we actually built a platform and then we're able to use the platform to go viral. I mean, that guy is the mission. Like, low key. Low key. All right, Meta needs to verify that the business entity truly exists. All right. So what page do I need to go to right now? Brother Codes, I think that's well said. Yeah, Brother Codes said, word of advice, never tell people what you're doing, just show them. If they aren't entrepreneurs, they will always hate. Yeah. Well, the thing is that, like, they know that I do the live streaming, so I'm sure that they, like, jump on the live stream to see what I'm doing from time to time, right? I don't really talk about it. I don't like to talk about it. All right, so click next. Okay. All right, so I need to go to the dashboard now. All right, so I'm verifying my BridgeMind account right now. All right, I never get the code that it sends me. It literally sends something to my number, right? And I never get it. Why am I not getting this? Does anybody else have issues getting the confirmation code from Meta? I have never gotten mine. Yeah, I don't get a code. Man. Why am I not getting the code? Alright, so here we have to troubleshoot this issue. Alright, how to troubleshoot phone call issues to verify your ad account. We recommend that you verify the phone number that you use for your business. If you have issues verifying your phone number, there are steps you can take to troubleshoot. Troubleshoot phone call issues. Your confirmation phone call should come within 2 minutes after clicking call me now. It's not calling me though, it's the short port. It's the Alright. To get your confirmation code via text message, make sure you can receive text for the phone number on your confirmation screen. Okay, Dan says that the code thing may be better for a Perplexity search, given it can draw on Reddit more often in case people have posted about it. Okay. Alright, so I'll try Perplexity here. Alright, actually, I'm gonna use Dan's code now, finally. Also, welcome Danny, Addy, to the Discord. Oh wow, Dan, I'm seeing your screenshot now. All right. Why am I not receiving any text message here? I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. All right, possible causes. All right. You are not receiving any text message for the Google confirmation code, likely due to one of the several common issues which affect users trying to verify with Meta, Business Suite, or Facebook. The phone number entered may be incorrect or not properly linked to your Facebook account. J35, sorry, I'm just seeing this here. Pro search ideally or research mode. All right, shoot, are they taking 20 bucks? Yeah, they're taking 20 bucks. Perplexity, sold. Get Pro. I mean, hey, it's a business expense. All right, there's obviously an issue. Like, I always have this problem with Facebook. Like, any Facebook verification code, I never get them. So, I don't know why. But I definitely need to get this solved because it's an issue. An unexpected error occurred. Hey, let's go. No, you can't choose where you get the email. Alright, so let me go back here. Alright. Log in to your Facebook account. Hop on the research mode. Oh shoot, we may have to upload to max. Alright, hold on. Let's get into Facebook here. Aw, Danny, I didn't use your code, dude. I thought it was only for comment. Omar Jack, right now we're setting up an integration so that people can post their social media content to their social media accounts from ViewCreator, and ViewCreator is the on how to rerun. Alright, Abdul said, I have checked some YouTube channels and emails and have created a dataset with about 80 channels attached on Discord. Alright, let me check this out. Oh shoot, what is that? Wait, what'd you just send me, Danny? Is that... What is that, Perplexity? Oh. I mean, I don't have that button. One source. Yeah, wait, how do you do that? Oh, wait, it's this one? Rewrite this answer? Oh, shoot. Okay, and then he said what? Oh, wow, so you can use different models. Alright. So, wait, so what did Danny say? And then also, hold on, I'm in, I need to get this data set real quick. Alright, where's this, oh, shoot. Hold up. Alright, I'll have to check this out. I'm definitely gonna check this out. Thank you, Code with Abdul. Thank you. Switch to research at the top of the dropdown to get Sonar Deep Research Model, which searches a lot more sources. Alright, wait. Click research. Alright, rewrite. Alright, thank you, Danny. Shout out to Danny, W Dan, as you guys know. Thank you. Alright, so I need to switch this, because this is a problem I've always had. I've always had this problem. Alright, how to fix an incorrect or unlinked phone number on Facebook. So to ensure your phone number is correctly entered and properly linked to your Facebook account, follow these. Alright, first verify which phone number, I guess. I have the number entered. Alright. Thank you. Shout out Dan. Yo, this is so fun. This is so fun. You gotta love what you do, guys. 2 minutes left. Alright, we're good. Oh, wow, okay. What if I try deleting it and putting in like a different number? It's like unplugging and replugging it back right in. I mean, can we just get a Google number? I mean, we definitely need to get this done, right? I mean, we can't even get a code. So this is stopping us. All right, maybe I can do this with WhatsApp. Or if I delete the Facebook number, maybe it won't try and use that to even... Oh, yeah. Well, I'm going to set up my WhatsApp account. All right, guys, I have an idea. We're going to use... I don't think I had a WhatsApp account. Maybe that has something to do with it. All right, hold up. Oh my gosh, I actually got a code. Let's go. Hold on. All right, hold on. This is big. We're deleting my phone number. All right, so I deleted my phone number from being used. So now the question is, if I go back to Meta Business Suite and click verify, is it going to do WhatsApp or is it going to do my phone number? Oh, wow, it's doing email now. So maybe it'll send me an email instead and I'll actually get the email. If this works, that's great. Oh no, we're not getting an email. What the heck? Oh wait, there it is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we got one. We got it to work. Oh my gosh. Let's go. Submit. Confirm. All right, we got it. Let's go. Yes. All right, let's go, guys. So we're now verified on Meta Business Suite. So back to the original issue. All right, back to the original issue that we had. So, okay, this is awesome. So what we were just doing is we weren't getting, something's wrong. We had an obstacle. We worked away around the obstacle, over it, under it. Doesn't matter what you do as long as you get around it. We were now past that obstacle. So now we can go back to building our meta app for posting. So that's great. All right, I feel like this constitutes some push-ups. I'm gonna drop a 40 bomb. 40 bomb for me, guys. Let's go. It's a 40 bomb. 40 bomb, let's get it. Let's go. Sorry, I did 50. That's my bad. I did 50 on accident. It's an accident, guys. Shoot. Didn't mean to do that, but all good. Yeah, thanks, Zuck. Now you got all that endorphins. Now you're ready to really go. Let's get it. J35, let's go. Alright guys, check this out. We officially have a ViewCreator social platform app. ViewCreator social platform. We now have this hooked up, so we're gonna have to integrate now the actual functionality for this. So I'm gonna create a test app now. Wait, no, that's cancel. So all that is, that's an admin app. So I successfully verified the business in the business dashboard, and now I am back on the developers.facebook.com page. Review what I'm looking at. What do I now need to do to get this set up properly? Might have chat take back over. Just start being the agent for me and build the app. All right, hold up here. Okay. All right, so check this out, guys. So how this works is you can set this up so that, for example, you set up these different apps inside of your Meta app, right? So one of them would be the Instagram Graph API, because that's going to allow us to integrate with Instagram. Another would be the Facebook login, same thing. And then we'll see, we'll kind of go with the process, but I'm going to do this on my other monitor just because it is going to be a little bit sensitive. But any problems that we run into, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, this is Meta API. Thanks, Rob. We're not quite there yet, but I think we'll hit it today. Getting close. Yeah, coming soon. I'm going to turn on agent mode. Do what needs to be done next. Review the page where we're at. I have done nothing so far. Confirm with me before taking actions, though. Alright, so we now have it navigating for us. If you guys are watching and haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. We're getting close to 6K. Probably gonna hit it today. Let's go. Progress every single day. Haters every single day. Proving everybody that this is possible. This is possible. Do this. Sennheiser, what's up? Welcome back. Yeah, we got the hater bank building up. Let's go. Sam Stone said, out of interest, do you plan what you're working on every day? Yeah, I'll set like goals in the morning and stuff. And, you know, a lot of it is intuitive, right? And I think in entrepreneurship, you need to be in like a constant state of flow where your plans can't necessarily be solidified. They need to be a little bit more flowy so that you can, you know, pivot where needed. All right, so it's saying that I need to enable the Facebook login. It's a web app. What do I enter for the URL? Hey, subs running up. Let's go. Oh, shoot. Hey, let's go. Thanks for subbing, guys. Only 13 away from 6,000. What do I enter for the site URL here? No, Alex. All right, so it wants me to give the site URL. Why is this the URL of my API and not the front end? 4 away, guys. Let's go. All right, about to hit 6,000. Gotta watch this with my own eyes here. "28 days ago, we had 3,600. Now we're at 6,000. Let's go, guys. We did it. 6K. Let's go. Huge. Thank you to everybody for your support, helping it get to this point. We're just at the beginning of this journey, so. All right, we're about to get memed on. People on 7, but we hit 6K. Let's go. Thanks, Enrique. Should I give this to my AI agent that's coding for me? I definitely think that Mac is better. Write a prompt to Codex to instruct it on what to do. Here. What am I getting for your AI agent? I'm going to have it write a script because I need to integrate the Facebook login web view. Alright, so all I need to do is I'm going to cd All right. If you guys are new around here, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Also, join the Discord if you haven't already. Thanks, Danny. Let's go, Timo. Nice. Congrats. Yeah, good luck, Timo. Alex said, have you ever tried crypto trading, thinking to invest some time to learn about it? I mean, I don't really necessarily trade crypto. I do have a little bit of crypto, but yeah, I'm not really like a trader or anything. Ariane said, I've got a question. Every time I start a project, it's clear at first, but then I lose focus and get lost in tools or side stuff. I end up with incomplete projects, or they take longer. How to stop this? Yeah, I think that's a good question. You know, I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing, Ariane. You know, I know what you're talking about, and people talk about it a lot, but I think that while you're building other tools and working on things, it's all going to amount to something. So maybe you haven't found that idea that sticks yet, or you haven't, you know, found a project that you truly want to pursue. But I think that if you keep on building, you'll find that, you'll stumble upon it. So don't see that as a particularly bad thing, right? It's like, you know, I do see what you're saying just on like focus and stuff, but at the same time, I think that by working and building, you know, you're going to be a better programmer, which is going to help you build better stuff in the future. And at some point, one of them is going to hit. So, and Nurki said, do you need Whisperflow if you dictate clearly and accurately? What does it do that a regular dictation tool doesn't? Nothing really, honestly. I just like Whisperflow. I've gotten used to it. It's a little bit faster, and like it allows me to, like, there's no dictation tool here unless I was using Mac Dictate, and it is better than Mac Dictate. Now add the Facebook login button, respectively, to the front end where needed. Make sure that you update the Facebook integration plan as well with your updates and document them in that file. What do I enter as the redirect URI to check on this? Big job, what's up? What is going on with Codex here? Alex, I'm 23. Yeah, and Ricky, seriously. Alright, so I have to do a privacy policy and a terms of service. I need to create the privacy policy URL and the terms of service URL for my Facebook reference. Give me these URLs as they are in ViewCreator UI. What is going on? What are the domains for the privacy policy URL and the terms of service URL? My domain is www.viewcreator.ai. Wow, so it's a process for, you know, setting this up, guys. But it's a process that we're just going to go through. If you guys are watching, haven't already liked and subscribed, make sure you do so. Also, there is a link to the Discord pinned in chat. If you haven't already joined, make sure you do so. Alright, so I have to configure a bunch of settings. All right, guys, it looks like I have a bunch of tedious work on my end. So I'm going to end the stream for today, but I'm just going to get this done. So for vibe coding today, what I need to do on my end is I'm going to finish setting this up for Facebook and Meta. There's a lot of paperwork that I'm going to have to do and some sensitive stuff, so I'm going to end the stream here. But everybody have a great rest of your day. Have a happy Halloween. Yeah, I may be live later. I'm not sure. It just depends on what I'm doing, if I want to share it or not. So I'm going to be working today, as you guys know.